I got late.
And they still got later than you. Progressive.
Good, no problem.
Go ahead.
Let us close our eyes. Do a quick breathing meditation, a bit of mantra meditation. Start breathing as deep as we can. This is the greatest tool we have got in our existence, our nose and the lungs, the heart. Just by breathing deep, our mind can right away become focused, can become calm. Just this simple exercise can actually help with improving heart condition, stress levels. If your mind is telling you that you need to think about yesterday or tomorrow or life in general or office, work, colleagues, boss, family, spark it. Tell the mind that you'll come back later. For now, just focus on the sound vibrations as we sing mantras. We sing very simple mantra. It's called as Hare Krishna mantra. All that we need to do is just hear the sound and repeat it. We don't need to feel judged. This is not a singing competition. You just be yourself and let the mantras go in your ears, reach your heart. You just repeat it. Spark the mind. Don't let mind come between your hearing of the sound vibrations. So we focus on the mantras. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you so much. How was it? Have you done this before?
No, I don't think so.
No.
It was the first time.
First time?
But he has received a copy of the Gita from some Vaishnavas in the
Oh,
streets.
wow, okay.
More than once.
More than
More than
More than
once.
once.
Wow.
Yeah.
Have you studied it?
I read a bit, but not too much.
Okay.
Every time he goes to, like every time he travels.
That's
Yeah.
really not
fun.
every time,
But-
but there's been a little part of my life that every trip that I made in that little part of my life,
Yeah.
every time that landed in some place with a plane, with a
There was
flight,
someone,
there was someone gifting me a Bhagavad Gita.
Amazing.
or some other.
Krishna
Some
wants
other-
you.
Huh?
Krishna wants you.
Chris, I guess so.
Yeah.
We even found, we were in London the last time and we found,
In
I think
February,
it was ISKCON to be honest. And there was a guy from Napoli that was part of it as well. He was like an old man that lived in
Wow.
London for 20 years and he was very lonely for a lot of his life until he found the ISKCON group
Amazing.
there. And he said it's the closest thing to home I've
Yeah.
ever found here.
Yes.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, because for Italians, you like family, you like
Yeah.
relationships.
It's a
you-
collective,
yeah,
uh,
If you
you-
will
culture.
excuse me, I will check the oven.
Sure, no problem.
It will
So it's really Krishna is wanting you. You know, Krishna is not just some god sitting there. Our understanding of Krishna is the all-pervasive, supremely auspicious, supremely beautiful, supremely friendly being. But the most essential aspect of it is all pervasive, everywhere.
Mhm.
So that's where a little bit of difference between how the Abrahamic view on God versus the Vedic understanding of God. Because this is not just a person who is sitting somewhere and is just judging everyone. This is the best friend. He is there in everyone's heart as the best friend, and not just heart but everywhere else as well. A few years ago, we used to have a program with Jonathan, and I think at Maria's place, right? I don't even remember
Yeah,
where
it
we
was
were
our-
having it.
it was our place, and then
Your
Ashtakesha
place,
was-
and then and Ashtakesha was, and like Sibilla, there are a few theoretical physicists who would come to the program, and then we used to really have really nice discussions about the modern quantum understanding of universe. And what's your background, by the way? It's the first time I'm meeting you. What's your background?
I'm an economics.
Economics, okay. So you moved to now finance, right? Or
Yes,
do
I'm
you?
finance.
But physics, you made a
Yeah,
switch now.
Yes,
Yeah.
made a switch.
So I was always asking Sibilla she should go for a PhD in.
She tried, yeah? She
I
tried.
tried,
Yeah.
but I
Didn't work.
didn't get it.
Yeah. Maybe one day.
Yeah,
Maybe
maybe one day.
Yeah. So, because this understanding is very close to how the modern quantum physics looks at the universe. Our understanding is that the entire creation is a connected phenomena. Every single molecule, quarks, whatever you call it, they're all is a the entire creation and the entire cosmos. It's all connected, and there is a force, there is an energy behind this whole thing, which is perhaps is termed as quantum gravity, whatever the scientific name of it is, and as per the modern understanding. And the Vedic understanding of that is Vishnu. Yeah, it's the all-pervasive binding thread. That's what it is. It is something which is there in the entirety of creation, in all the animate and inanimate objects, in all forms of life, in all forms of non-life. this sofa, anything, whatever you take,
Basic thread of matter.
is basic
Or
thread of
everything.
everything. Yeah? And this basic thread is a spiritual element, right? So that's something which the Vedic scientists, we address them as sages, they were doing their experiments not in a laboratory but in their own heart, because the universal structure is very much similar in the micro world or in the macro world. There is structure there. So they would go inside their heart and they would get realization, and eventually they found this same concept that the whole creation is a connected phenomena. And they termed that, just the force, they termed it as Vishwa. Is a loose translation is universe. The word to word literal translation is that which is all pervasive. That's
Okay.
Vishwa.
It's a lot deeper than just
Yes.
the universe, yeah.
Because it comes from, so Sanskrit is a language which is built on roots. Like it's a scientific language. It's basically, there are root words on which compounds are built eventually, but the meaning remains the same. So the root word is Visha, means all pervasiveness, that which is there everywhere. No matter how small you break a particle, is there. That's Visha.
So the language is like conceptual. It's more like of concepts and
It's,
how they adapt.
yes, exactly. It's as a contextual language.
Okay.
Yeah, it's based on what's the reference you're using it with,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So Vishwa is that force which is there in the whole of creation.
Go ahead. Maybe you should answer. Okay.
You first take out, yeah, and then you press. Exactly.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And these scientists, they figured out a level after the first level understanding. The first level understanding is there is a constant thread. The constant thread which is running across the fiber of the universe, everywhere.
Mhm.
It's the first one. Second understanding, they understood that this is something which is beyond matter. And matter is relative. They figure this out. Matter comes into existence and becomes into nothing eventually. It manifests, unmanifests. So that also matches very, very much with how the modern view of it. Of course, they call it as a big bang, as if something exploded. But the understanding is that something was there, which is non-existing, mathematically undescribable, physically you can't realize it, and this is infinite mass, zero space. And that's what it is. And that's exactly how Vedic life looks at it. Right? It's unmanifest. There is no space as such. It's not there. It's unmanifested. And then eventually it comes to manifestation, and we go back to unmanifestation. But beyond this, there is an eternal life which is existing, which is what life is. So you as a person, I am as a person, any life as a person, not the body, but the individual life, is beyond matter. It's beyond this manifestation and unmanifestation.
Okay. So it can literally not exist.
Yes.
The whole thread of the universe, but
Yes.
you will keep.
You will keep existing, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it is separating the actual
Yes.
matter, or
Yes.
the deeper sense of matter,
Yes.
from everything else.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's the first realization of the scientists in Vedic path, and then they understood that on top of that then is something which is an entity which is Vishnu, is the same dhatu as Vishwa again, Visha, who is supremely conscious. So I, as a life, I'm conscious of this body right now, and eventually I die one day and I'll move on, I'll get another body. So that's the second understanding. Is not, so life is not temporary, it's eternal. It is not subjected to the annihilation. Even if the matter destroys, life remains.
Existing, yeah.
Yeah. And it is not just that there is this one life and there is heaven or hell afterwards. So it's just a continuation of life for eternity. Life exists forever. And so that's the second teaching, the second lesson, which they realized. Matter is relative, time is relative, but who you are not relative. So matter and time are relative things.
Hello.
Hi.
This is my
Hi.
old colleague Sharan.
Come, Sharanya, come. So, time and space are something which are studied in physics since long time now. And the Vedic knowledge is very much aligned with modern understanding that both time and space are relative things. They are not absolute, they're relative. But you as a life, as a form of life, you are not relative. You exist eternally. Beyond time and space, you exist. So, and then every time you're having different experiences in different forms of life, conditioned by matter, you're only conscious of the body which you get, and how that works is through the concept of karma, or the law of karma. It's like the law of gravity. It's just something which is there in the nature, and it makes sense only if life is eternal. Otherwise, it doesn't make sense. If it is just one life, how is it that somebody is being born as a very rich person, someone is being born as a very poor person, someone is extravagant in their lifestyle, someone is really they couldn't even get anything out there in Somalia, someone is in whatever, right? All this variety, what is the source? Now that's where modern science has a different approach than Vedic understanding, because they are bent on this concept that life comes from chemicals or a composition of matter. And Vedic view is life is distinctively different from matter. There is a clear distinction. Matter is separate, life is separate. And that's where the modern understanding is a bit, it really doesn't match with Vedic understanding. Because the modern understanding is it's just all random. It's just somehow, random chaos generated life like this. It's just somehow, for me personally, I do have a PhD in computer engineering, but it's a bit difficult for me to think that everything is just randomness, everything random. There is no meaning for love or affection or relationship, or it's just too much. Right? How much will you extend the concept of probability? Right? And when I think about it, economics also, perhaps you have studied statistics. You have studied statistics ever? Yeah. For an event to be random, the outcomes need to be equally likely. That's the definition of a random event. There are like 3 or 4 events, 4 outcomes possible. You toss a coin, put a dice, or of course these are not random events as such. You can mathematically program it to get the desired output. But anyway, even for a layman, these are random events. And for the event to be called as random, it has to be having equally likely possibility, all of them. Otherwise, it's a biased event, right? So now think about it. Let's ask in this room, how many of us want to be happy in life?
How many of us
Want to be happy
want to be happy?
in life, right?
Everyone.
Right? You go and ask out on the street. I go to Albertine, ask there. How many of people there want to be happy in life? Perhaps we will get almost all of them.
Yeah.
Let's go to the central station and ask there, how many of you want to be happy in life? Right? Go and ask everybody in the whole earth, 8 billion population. Perhaps we will get 99% of the population telling, maybe 1% think different, but at least 99% of the population will think, I want to be happy in life. Yeah? If this was, and now you can also include some dogs and horses and elephants, ask them also. Yeah? Every form of life want to be happy in life. How can this be a random event? If this was a random event, at least 2 of us should be telling, no, I want to really suffer in my life. And if you go and ask in Albertine, half of the population should tell, yeah, I really feel that from tomorrow I just get sick so much. I just keep sweating and just I can't even get up. I just suffer. Nobody wants this. Entirety of population, and not just humans, want to be happy. How can this be a random event?
So you're saying it's a direction.
It's a direction, right? So the Vedanta Sutras, which are like formulas, like E is equal to MC square is a formula, is a sutra. One of the Vedanta Sutra is Anandamayo Bhyasat. That life, you can understand that it's different from matter, and it's eternal, and there is a constant rush towards becoming happy. always, no matter where you are, who you are, which form of life you are, always. And an ant, I don't know if you have seen, in India, ants are there, comes, somehow if there is a sugar bottle open or something sweet, something open, they carry a small fraction of this object on their head and they just walk away. Why is it carrying this food? Because it thinks, I want to be happy with this. Right? I'll eat this, I'll become happy. Yeah. So it's carrying the food. You're an ant. So look at the whole life, and then if you're just intuitive, you have this sense of inner connectedness, you will understand this cannot be a random event. It just doesn't make sense. How much can we say that it's all random? That I breathe the oxygen in, carbon dioxide out is a random event. They take carbon dioxide in and then give me oxygen is a random event. The rivers flow is a random event. I have relationship is a random event. Oh, where is the end? For me, I can't accept that this is all random. For me, what makes sense is that life is eternal, and I'm responsible for my own action, and I need to be responsible. If I have been doing something which is right, something which is really contributing to everyone else's life, at least now, and if I pause before I react to situations, if I pause before I respond to whatever, and then actually be mindful about how, what is my personality and behavior and actions, I can actually control my future path. Right? So this gives full 100% of your life's control to you. In many cultures, they think, no, God is doing it. I can't really accept that also. Why should God put this into all these things? And science tells it's all random. I can't understand. What I can really accept and then at least move forward. Yeah, I am responsible. Good or bad doesn't matter. I'm responsible. I can actually go with it. Right? I have something to do with it then. I can be actually having something in my hands. And for me personally, this makes sense. Now, these sages, they went even a step further and they understood beyond the individual life, there is a supreme life who is supremely conscious. And that is Vishnu. So, eternity of life, difference from matter, individual consciousness who is undergoing eternal life, and supreme consciousness. And that's Vishnu.
Which includes everyone.
Which includes everyone and everything. And that's Vishnu. Science is yet to reach there. Maybe they'll reach one day. No problem. At least this understanding is there. And Krishna is this supreme. So Vishnu is meaning supremely, he's all pervasive, everywhere, the person. And Krishna is the primal Vishnu, is the most attractive, enchanting Vishnu. So that's what we are celebrating. So this boy here is Krishna. He can appear anywhere as such. He can come from this wall if you want. He's there everywhere. But then he also performs his leela, his actions, his pastimes. Yeah. Anywhere he likes. And if we are having spiritual vision, we can actually access it right now. And that's the meaning of yoga. Yoga is not just stretching. Yeah. Yoga means you access Krishna right now. And you are with Krishna. That's the meaning of yoga.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I knew there was him, but I didn't know that it was the letting.
Yoga means you unite with Krishna. That's the meaning of yoga. There has to be two entities to unite. At least there have to be two entities, right?
Yeah.
It means connection. They connect, but if you want to say connection, at least there has to be two entities. Whatever entity doesn't matter. So yoga is the connection between. The meaning of yoga. There is a union. There is a connection between you and Krishna. And that can be done right now. And if you can get to that consciousness, you basically perfect your lives. And that's where the whole system of meditation, practices, everything sort of, they emphasize and they bring you on the straight line that, okay, now let us do something about it. Otherwise, we are going on with our lives and eventually we'll become old, we'll die. just telling Sibilla that her feeling of not liking job will continue until she's 67,
Mhm.
right? So it really doesn't matter which job you do. I think always there is something or the other which is really not sinking well. But then that's not just what life is. Eventually we become old and we die. But until then, I need to make a good use of the ability which I've got right now.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
What is so? Because this is something that I ask myself, right?
Yeah.
Especially if I'm having a bad time with my work, right?
Yeah.
And then I go out of my work and I start doing all the good things that I do outside of my work, and my life is more fulfilled
Yes.
in those times. Then how to have life that is fulfilling even during very bad hours of the day, if it's every day?
I tell very simple thing, right? This is common sense. You can't start addressing the situation when you are inside the situation. You can't address it. You agree? If you're inside a situation already, you can't address it.
Yes.
You need to prepare before.
Okay.
Yeah? You can't imagine somebody is going to play football match. If they start practicing within the match, will they ever play football? Like, I want to become Ronaldo. Yeah? I never go to play football. I never played football. I want to become Ronaldo. When will I become Ronaldo? Never. Isn't it? So, Ronaldo became Ronaldo, Messi became Messi because they practiced so much before. And then in the match, they perform. So, they're able to handle because they have been practicing so much. So, what defines a Messi or a Ronaldo or whoever greatest achiever is not their performance on the stage. It's the practice which they have done before. So what I usually suggest is that there are some simple things, simple techniques which you can adapt. So first thing is when you get up in the morning, before we pick up our phones and start scrolling, this is a good time to actually sit down. You can just do a few minutes of breathing to get grounded. Deep breathing, pranayama. In science, this is called as coherent cardiac breathing. It's actually a scientific method. In Sanskrit, it's called as pranayama. If you just deep inhale, exhale very deep, your blood pressure, your heart rate variability, every single body function will actually get set. Really, this is like published research. You can go and study. Right? So it's just do it. 5 minutes. Not if you don't have much time, no problem. 5 minutes. Just sit down. Right after you get up, before you do anything else, do this. After that, just so that we can absorb ourselves on a higher connection, because once you do pranayama, your mind is really calm. You should do the best thing then. So recite Hare Krishna mantra. 5 minutes, not too much, just 5 minutes. Yeah? Make it as a timed event every day. When you get up, nice pranayama, 5 minutes of meditation, just 5 minutes. 5 minutes pranayama, 5 minutes Hare Krishna mantra. Then just go and do whatever you're doing in the life, no problem. When you come back home, just before you sleep, okay, you're done with the dinner, everything is done, on the bed, just about to sleep, repeat the exercise. 5 minutes of breathing, and 5 minutes of Hare Krishna mantra. What this simplest technique is so simple. What this does is that your life has a boundary now. When you get up, just before you sleep. And this is what forms what's called as samskara or impressions in your life. And eventually, this will protect you from everything around, all the mess you're able to handle because your life is having a boundary and that's fixed. And no matter what craziness goes around, it doesn't matter however much crazy it is outside, you will start looking at it from a top level and not from the same level. Because you are having a practice which is giving you strength. It's like going to gym. You go to gym, first day you start with 5 kilos, maybe 3 kilos. You don't start with 50 kilos weight, right? Your muscles will break if you start with 50 kilos weight. You start with 5 or maybe 3. And you keep doing it, and eventually it's very simple weight, but your muscles will start building. So with the stronger muscles, you can go for higher weight. So similarly, if you just keep doing the simplest exercise every day, If 10 is too much, make it 8, no problem. 4 minutes, 4 minutes.
What kind of strength do you get? Is it the moral strength? The
No,
mental
you,
strength?
because as such, Jonathan, you as a person, you are beyond matter. Yeah. We think that somehow I am that. We think I'm the body, but I'm not the body. We need to leave this body one day. Yeah. We as a person, we are beyond our mind. Most of the situations which arrive is all how our mind is processing things. And it's making you think, this is good, not so good, frustrating, great. Who is telling all these things? Mind. Right? When you do pranayama with mantra meditation, you actually raise even above the mind. So you are actually able to control the mind and tell mind, don't worry so much about all these things. It's okay. Yeah. Right now, because mind runs the show, and you are in the level of mind, you can't address it. You are stuck. Yeah. So you need to be above the mind to control the mind. Isn't it? So there are like layers of existence. There is a very gross physical existence. There is a layer of mind. There is a layer of rationality. There is a layer of ego, I, and then beyond that is who you are. So eventually with this practice, you will be able to reach there. But even one level up from mind, the rational, intelligent existence is already good. This is good already. And this method can help that rational, intellectual ability which you have to control the situations in your own mind. Ultimately, it's the mind which processes things to make you feel good or bad.
And then you just don't. So I'm wondering, like, let's say someone tells you something not nice.
Yes.
If you're able to control your mind in that sense, then will you just observe the fact that they said it? You will not feel it personally?
It will not hurt you.
It will not hurt you.
Yes. You will still, let's say someone is giving you heavy corrections, heavy.
Mm-hmm.
You will be able to see through what are they trying to say to you and how they are saying to you. Yeah.
So when our father died, that day, when in those days that it happened, I wasn't shook. I was, so not to make it about myself, but that preparation that happened years before, I remember that, one could say, you corrupted, by believing into the fact that life is eternal, right? But it's about the feeling. If I had to just talk about the feeling, I never felt like, oh, this is shocking, because I remember being able to fly above the idea, he's dead, there's alive, right? And
yeah, that happened for me as well, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'm not sure why.
Yeah, maybe because you were surrounded also by people who felt that
Yeah.
way, I guess, right? Maybe your mother also did.
Right,
So
mom used to say that we had help from somewhere.
So basically situations, you won't change others ever. Right? Others will not change. Your own processing ability will change. You will be able to see through situations and not get affected by it. Because it's your choice. You have choice always to get affected or not get affected. So you will live a life which is really on a plane which is higher than mind. And you will be able to, I could have become really angry right now. I'm choosing not to become. Yeah. So, and that's a good value addition. If we can reach there, it's already great success as a human being, because a tiger can never do this.
Because it's the best success.
Yes.
It seems like an impossible task.
It's really not impossible. This is possible. You can start living like this. It's just what needs to be done. What needed to be done in life is a little bit of there's very little bit of attention. So this 10 minutes, if you can just give, just start doing it. You will tell me in a month already. Just a month. You will tell me that I'm doing this, Nilambar. I live a different life now. 1 month if you do it, you will already see the difference. Yeah.
Like going to the gym.
No.
Like
10
in
minutes.
in 1 month,
Yeah.
you already see.
Yes,
the
it's like going to the gym. Yes, yeah. So yes, exactly. If you go to gym in 1 month, you already see. Yes. Oh wow, I'm able to from 3 kilos. I'm able to lift like 6 kilos. Right? So some differences come already. Some regularity comes. Some strength is coming, and you continue doing it. in a year, you'll be a different person altogether. In 10 years, you'll be a sage. Yeah. So,
We hope.
yes, that's the reality. That's how it will be. Maybe you'll be going around and telling everybody that, yeah, this is.
No, I must say.
Yes. Do this, right? That's what I do. I just go around and this is my 51st program in last.
51st.
Yeah, in this month.
In
Yeah.
this month.
Yes. 5 and yesterday 6.
But
Yeah.
the month started 2 days ago.
Yeah, maybe
No,
that's
no.
Vedic calendar started 7th of October.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. So yes. So thanks.
No,
Really
thank
grateful
you.
to you all. I need to head towards the other event which I have now.
Yes. I'm very sorry you just missed the guys.
That's okay, no problem.
Meet them.
He
Nice to
is
see
here.
you. I'm here.
You all can sing, and I have 2 gifts for the newcomers.
Do I sing the Bodarashka?
You can sing, and then you can.
Yes.
You have the sticks?
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
Great. And
Can we get some laddus?
Yeah, please I'll at least give it to these people. And this laddu box is for you, okay?
Oh, the whole thing?
Yes. You can give it to all your colleagues, friends, everyone. Yes,
Thank you.
sure.
What is this, if I can ask?
This is laddu.
Okay. Do you know it? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And you can eat more if you like. Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna. We'll see you again. Yeah.
Alright.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here, Raj.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Pleasure
Thank you.
to see you again.
Sure.